Hello everybody, welcome back to Nick Square Diesel. I haven't uploaded a video in a long time because I've been a little bit busy. We are getting ready to get this 12 valve built. I just got it pulled out of the truck last night. You can see my South Bend clutch sitting in there still, but you guys can pretty much see how much of a mess this is. I was kind of in a rush. I'm gonna try and clean all that up. Here's all the parts we're gonna be putting on that 12 valve. I can kind of run you through some of them. We got a steed speed manifold, fluid dampener, oil change kit, wire loom, that's flame proof, upgraded oil pump. We got a bulletproof water pump, P-pump timing kit, a reseal kit, tappet cover, 178 over 208 cam, valve springs. We got push rods right there, 3/8 push rods. We got exhaust manifold studs. I got a billet oil pan. I got my 160p pump that's been completely gone through. It's got, I think, 0.25 delivery valves, AFC, max travel. It's got a bunch of stuff done to it. We got my stage 3 150 horse injectors. I got the complete P-pump swap kit here. Got the gear. I mean, I should have everything I need. Got the injector lines here too, which I kind of polished, but they've been sitting for a bit. So yeah, this should be a pretty good build. I'm pretty excited. I've spent quite a bit of money to get to this stage. I'll show you guys the motor and what it looks like right now. Okay, so here's the motor. As you can see, it is a VE pump. This truck was out of a 91 intercooled. So at least it was intercooled. But what I have done to it, I got a 3200 spring fuel pin in it, put a fast one, or an Air Dog 160, my bad. It is head studded. It's got the killer dowel pin, which I did upload a video on that a long time ago. It's got a 6.0 starter with my custom heat shield. It's got a ZF5 adapter plate. It's got stage 3 injectors from Dynamite Diesel. And look how bad my exhaust leak was. Here's my turbo setup. It is a HE351 feeding a S369 SX. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll remove this flywheel and adapter plate and starter, and we'll probably start taking off the manifold, all the accessories and everything, just to try to lighten it up as much as we can. So let's jump right in. Okay, we got all the bolts off, and I used my pry bar and I just put a little bit of pressure behind it and it just came right off. I would have recorded it, but my cameraman is busy right now. So hopefully as this series goes on, the videos will be a lot better for you guys. And looking at this rear main seal, as you can see, it's been leaking oil. The oil pan has been leaking oil. It's just been a disaster. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and remove all of these bolts that are holding on our custom-made adapter plate for the ZF5 manual trans. There we go. Okay, next I'm gonna remove this oil filter. I did drain all the oil before I dropped it. There we go. Oil filter off. Just gonna go ahead and dump it into the remaining oil that I removed. Next, we'll take off my turbo oil feed lines. I've already had these cracked loose, so we'll just finish threading these off. I am gonna replace these with some upgraded ones. There we go. Just set these into the pile. I'm gonna set these by the turbo, so at least I know that's what they go with. Next, we'll pop these guys loose. This is for my heater core. Okay, just kind of pop that loose. Took my channel locks, put around it, spun it, broke it free, and it's off. So we'll go ahead and we'll set this back on with that so we know that that's what that goes to. Of course, this is hard to do one-handed. Okay, next we're gonna remove this manifold. there's my manifold. We will set that down right here. Okay, next we are going to remove our belt. I got this, it's a torque wrench, but it's broke, so it'll work for now, but we're gonna go ahead and release some tension on it. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed, and then we'll just go ahead and remove this belt, and voila, then we can release this up. All right, now we can remove the belt completely. All right, so we'll go ahead and remove the tensioner. Oh yeah, look at that, one-handed, set that guy down. Oh, nice light. I love this. All right, so let's grab the alternator and push this guy through. Oh, okay, alternator is off. Probably gonna be, there we go. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and take off our tack signal. I don't even use this. That one's not. Okay, broke it loose. And there is my front seal that is very leaky. We'll be replacing that as well. Okay, we're getting set up. Here's my bucket of coolant. This is good coolant, but I'm probably just gonna recycle it at my auto parts store. So, make sure everything's out of the way. I'm sure this thing's gonna wanna move on me. Go ahead and bust these loose. There's one. There's two. Go ahead and take that out, and then she's gonna start spilling everywhere. Oh, there we go. We'll just kind of let that drain for a little bit. Oh. Well, it's not pouring out, so that's a plus. So we got a 5 fin. All right, next we're going to remove my throttle, linkage, all this stuff that used for the VE pump. I'm hoping I didn't screw up and forget the P pump style bracket, but I guess we'll find out, because I honestly don't know. There we go, last one, and then this whole bracket should, yep, there we go. There's that. Put this in the parts pile. It's kind of starting to swarm towards me, and that kind of opens up a little bit more room for the VE pump. You can kind of see where all the lines come in and branch off, which is pretty cool to see. Okay, next I'm going to remove this old fuel bowl line. This should have been removed a long time ago, but probably gonna have to do these one at a time, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. So we'll just remove one line at a time because there's bare minimum of room. That's why I like the P pump better, because everything's on top, just a lot easier to get to. I think we might leak a little fuel out too, because this truck was running and driving just fine before I started all this. There we go. Now, let's see, how hard is it gonna be to get this thing out? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and remove this line. Okay, we'll crack this guy for my return line. Okay, so now we got all those injector lines moved and everything that's holding my VE pump on. We need to take off this timing case cover so we can access the pump nut, and then we can pull that off. And hopefully that guy should come out after I remove the 2 little, I think there's 3 or 2 that kind of secure that. So now we get to pull this guy off. Let's see if this pulls off. Oh yeah. There we go. Gasket actually sort of held it on there, so that's a good sign. Oh yeah, there's my KDP pin I installed a long time ago. Okay, I went ahead, ran the crank pulley bolt in, and I turned it over with my breaker bar. And as you can see, we're at top dead center. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up and pull this pump off. So we'll take that, take the washer, make sure we set that to where we don't lose it. Okay, so this is a gear remover tool for the pumps. All right, so I'm gonna use my impact, nice and easy, but to show you guys, you can see it slowly moving. And it's pretty well freed up. And bam, it's off. But there we go. We can pull that and bam, there we go. Now we can remove those 3 bolts right there. You see one right there, one there, and then that pull pump will just pop right off. All right, guys, while I try to figure out how to get that last nut off for the VE pump, I'm gonna try to remove the power steering pump here. If you guys have never done this, it's quite jammed in there. As you can see, I already went ahead and loosened mine, but I was only able to get 1 turn out of it with a wrench like this, 1 turn. And I couldn't get the wrench back on it, so I grabbed another wrench and it was able to do 1 turn. So I was alternating back and forth between these 2 wrenches just to get that one in there taken off. So if you guys are doing this, hopefully that helps. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it comes off pretty easy. Sweet. All right, well, we can set this guy into our parts pile because that is a good pump. Nothing wrong with it. We're gonna lean it up against that. Okay, next we're gonna remove this bracket that I believe is used to help hold the pump on and something else, probably the lines or something. Pop that guy off real quick. I'm doing this all one-handed, so bear with me. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and take off this vacuum pump here. I believe you just remove these 2 here and the whole gear should pull through, judging by seeing that slit right there. So let's go ahead and remove that. Oh yeah. Where's the other one? Looks like we actually need to pop that line loose real quick. Nice. Okay, we just got that remaining bolt. I'm hoping I can reach it. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. Pull that guy all the way through. Add him to the parts pile. Very nice. All right, guys, now that we have this vacuum pump out of our way, now we can go ahead and remove this VE pump. Now I can finally get to that little nut back there. All right, we got that nut removed. Let's go ahead and pull this VE pump back off. Nice and easy. One-handed. Oh boy, come on. Okay, it's leaking fuel all over my hand. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take off these lines here. Okay, kind of jumping around, we're gonna go ahead and pull our intake manifold off. You can definitely tell this has never been off. She is holding on. There we go. Wow, that had a really good seal to it. Go ahead and set that right there. I don't plan on reusing that. Okay, next we'll take off my custom alternator bracket. Should have slid right out. Two mount, which I don't have AC. Next, we're going to pull off my very clean tappet cover. This is going to be fun. Okay, is it gonna come off now? Oh man. Whew. She crusted on, that's for sure. There it goes. There we go. Finally. That was a pain in the butt. All right, went ahead and popped the valve cover off this guy. I've sort of got it mounted on my engine stand. I popped all these guys loose. So we're gonna go ahead and take all my rocker arms off. I'm gonna make sure I put it on a piece of cardboard and put exactly which cylinder each one of these goes to, because I want to put it back how it was taken apart. I don't want to change anything up. We got all these loosened up, our head studs and our rocker arm hold down bolts. So now we're gonna go ahead and take all these guys off, and then we're going to crack loose my last injector down here, right there. Take this guy off and then start untorquing all these and pull the head off. I just wrote down which cylinder goes corresponding. Even the valve covers, not that it really matters, but for the valve covers. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and take off our water neck. Don't mind my washer spacer, it got kind of stripped out, so. Definitely want to keep all these together. All right, guys, we went ahead and took these are ARP brand head studs. I had a buddy of mine install them. We went ahead and took all the bolts off, the nuts, and then we took all the studs out. So now we are ready to take the head off. We got one that the Allen head is seeming to be a little stripped, so hopefully she will lift past that. Okay, the head is starting to slowly come off. That stud is kind of all right. The head is free and the gasket is slowly. There we go. There we go.
It has got balls.
Head's off. All right, now we got the motor turned upside down, so now we're gonna go ahead and remove this nice looking oil pan that is totally not dented up. We got all the bolts off. Let's see what she looks like underneath. All right, we got the oil pan pulled off and all the mess picked up. So now we're gonna go ahead and take off our oil pickup tube.
Oh yeah, it left.
Okay, got those. Go ahead and take off this tube. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and pull out my camshaft. I already went ahead and removed my cam retainer bolts and pulled that. So now we'll go ahead and slide this guy out nice and easy. Ta-da!
It's longer than my
There's
shaft.
the cam. Now, whenever you do pull out a camshaft, for those that don't know, you always want to set it straight up and down. Never want to lay it down. So, okay, so now that we got our camshaft with our gear pulled out, now we have complete access to pull off our timing case. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Let me see if this just pop that off.
Yeah. Chat right to chat.
Okay. Oh, hey.
You forgot a bolt?
I know why it ain't coming off.
Why did you forget a bolt?
We're just gonna cut all that out. Act like that didn't happen. Okay, and just like that, just like I knew what I was doing, we pulled a VE pump case off. Okay, now that we got the front case off and all that stuff removed, we're gonna go ahead and pull off all of our rod caps. I've already busted a couple of these loose, but we'll have to turn the motor over to get to some of these, so we'll go ahead and start with these. A perfectly good rod cap. Look at that crank, dude. Still nice and shiny. That is awesome. So this is cylinder 2. And yeah, so let's go ahead and pull off the next one. Not too bad. Okay, so we got cylinder 2 and 5 taken off. We'll go ahead and remove cylinder 3 and 4. So now we got all the rod bearings removed. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove our main bearings. See how these guys look.
Looks better than Millennia.
One's got a little
There's
bit.
a
One's got a little bit of scoring right there.
Yeah.
Very minor. Wow.
Tremendous. What a tremendous, terrifical, centrifugal.
There's the next one.
That come out pretty good.
Yeah, a little bit of scoring there. Nice. Very good.
Tremendously good.
Some say the best.
They say, Donnie, why do you say tremendous? I respond with, because tremendous is the best way to put it.
Very nice. All right, let's see. All right, try lifting up yours. All right, here we go. There we go. Good. Don't mind that.
Yep, who cares about that? My hand just popped.
Okay, next, since we just removed our crank, when we got all of our bearings out for the crank, we're gonna go ahead and start pulling our pistons out. There we go. Keep going. There's the next piston. This one's a little bit cleaner. Not as much oil sitting in it. So,
Ouch.
see those skirts? Those skirts look really good. There we go.
Did you forget?
All right, so now we got everything inside the motor taken apart. We're gonna go ahead and remove my oil cooler because this is gonna be getting replaced with an upgraded oil cooler. I want to say this is an OEM oil cooler, but I don't know for sure. But we will not be reusing that. We are putting a Mishimoto oil cooler on it. Yes. Well, that is that's gonna wrap up the engine disassemble video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we maybe taught someone something. I don't know. I'm kind of stupid, but so yeah. Next time you guys see this, it'll be back from the machine shop with an O-ringed head. New valve seals, 150-pound valve springs put on it. It's going to be decked. The block's going to be decked, so it'll have a perfect mating surface. And yeah, the next video will be us putting it back together. We're going to put the old pan on, the old
just everything to practically cover the motor.
The old timing cover on, and that way we can send it off to a powder coat shop in about 20 minutes from here, and it's going to be powder coated a very high temp tuxedo black for 2016 F250. Thank you guys for watching. Me and Matthew are checking out.